another superstar, tossed a very interesting hypothetical at the Pittsburgh Steelers yesterday. Nick, I'm going to toss it to you. What you got for us?
Well, Dallas Cowboys superstar Micah Parsons is in a contract situation of his own with the Cowboys, and while it seems like he's not looking to play anywhere else, at least according to Clarence Hill, a Cowboys reporter down there in Dallas, saying that while he has no interest in playing anywhere else, if he hypothetically did go somewhere else in his career, it would be to join the Pittsburgh Steelers and not the Philadelphia Eagles, partly so he could play for Mike Tomlin.
That's a big one. It's a big one. It's not going to happen, but it would be a massive name for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And the fact that, I mean, people are going to take it as face value and be like, oh, the Pittsburgh Steelers, man, I go there too. I mean, I think it'd be really tough for any Dallas Cowboy to be like, yeah, I'm going to go hang out in Philly and sign with the Eagles, and that's going to be the thing. My big thing, Micah Parsons, there's a bunch of hypotheticals, and I think you got some interesting notes on this. My first thought was he did have some harsh things to say about TJ Watt. Do you think that gets brushed over?
Yes, I think if you sign Micah Parsons, I think you'll live with I think you'll live with it.
Yes.
Yeah. So okay. Yeah, this isn't gonna happen.
Yes.
This could happen. They could make it work. They could make it work. I mean,
people have said a lot of times that I'm the guy that comes up with the crazy stuff here. I'm listening to you on this one.
I'm just saying it could. So, I mean, look, in 2026, when Micah Parsons is a free agent, Steelers currently, set to have $180 million in cap space because, they only have like half a roster together under contract for 2026. But assuming you kind of get close to a reasonable number, we get closer to 2026. I mean, I'm pretty sure at that point, Cam Hayward's going to come off the books. I think who else is going to come? Larry Isaac Seumalo probably not going to be on the books in 2026 either.
Larry O's off the books at that point.
Larry O, Cole Holcomb probably. Like you are only paying guys from now. You do have a couple like big extensions to think about. I mean, TJ Watt's going to be up for an extension or a new contract by 2026. So I assume they're going to.
George Pickens.
George Pickens.
Joey Porter will be close.
Keanu Benton, I think. Benton will be in the last year of his. So
yeah, him and Joey.
Wouldn't be the easiest thing in the world. But I mean, Alex Highsmith's, his $20 million cap hit is sitting right there as well. And so if you get TJ a new contract, you kind of say, hey, can we get off Alex Highsmith somehow? Which I can't imagine there isn't a team that wouldn't want Alex Highsmith,
Yeah, I agree.
I get it, that contract's a lot, but he's a pretty premier edge rusher in this league. So there's going to be some money to play around with. And Micah Parsons, if he's worth what, $35 million, if that's what you're probably paying to pry him away from Dallas, maybe a little bit more. I don't know.
Man, I agree with you, but I
mean, it's like it's a defensive player of the year. This is you could put two defensive player of the year candidates on opposite side of the defensive line. If you get TJ back under. So again, is this going to happen? No, but I'm just saying, it is not impossible. It is not impossible. If there's one team that Micah Parsons is willing to play for other than the Dallas Cowboys, that one team can make it work. They can make it happen.
Look, I love the enthusiasm. I love the hypothetical here. I'm all about it. Let's get crazy and think about the craziest thing that could happen, which might be Micah Parsons coming to the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm not going to disagree with it. Like, if you have an opportunity, if you're sitting there going, well, all you got to do is get rid of this guy and trade this guy, and you make it work, and there's no better situation maybe in the entire NFL than Micah Parsons and TJ Watt side from side, unless somehow you toss like Myles Garrett in there somewhere. I think it would be awesome. I think it would be incredible. I think I agree with the first half of your statement saying, will it happen? No, but I think it would be sick. It would definitely be as good as it gets.
And now we get, 2 years of free, you think Micah Parsons would come to the Steelers? We can milk this out for 2 more years, man. We can dream about it for another 2 years. We can have fun with it. I think we should allow ourselves to dream big,
I'm all for it. I'm all for it. If the Pittsburgh Steelers want to make some wild moves and go hunting for, especially if you could get a quarterback cheap or you draft a quarterback, look at man.
Once they sign Justin Fields to his extension for really cheap after he doesn't play this year, and Russ is great, it's all going to work out. Everything's going to be perfect. Don't worry about it.
I think it could happen. Is it gonna? No, but I think it could happen. It's a great time. I like the hypothetical. Shout out to Micah Parsons giving us something to talk about when there's nothing to talk about. I don't know how that question came up. I have no idea how that happened, but to just be like, yeah, I'm going back to Pennsylvania and I'm going to play for Mike Tomlin and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, the power of Mike Tomlin is real, first of all. And,
Right.
Shout out. He's already got it on the list. So later in his career is a real thing. Real thing. Even if it's not this contract, the next one,
you know. When Micah comes to Pittsburgh later this year, we can ask him about it. We can...
True. Right after the game, especially if the Cowboys lose, I'm sure he'd be really, really open to be like,
yes,
yeah, I am super eager to come to the Pittsburgh Steelers in 2 years. Actually, it'll
be the last question that I ever ask.
Yes,
it would be worth it.
Because if we've learned anything, linebackers, man, anybody who's never asked a linebacker a terrifying question, a question that is going to piss him off a little bit, you should try it just once, man. There's no adrenaline rush like staring TJ Watt in the eyes as he just gives you the smirk or the look of, I could kill you right now. Like, I know you can, pal. I'm just doing my job. Here we are. So shout out Micah.